crazy darties, and even wilder frat parties. I got here and found the parties to be uninviting. And those hot frat guys I had imagined were just so underwhelming. I realized for the first time that I was black, and it mattered. When I applied to Duke, I didn't know it was in North Carolina. I knew there was this school called Duke that had the rep of being the party school for smart kids. Seemed like the perfect fit. So when I sent in my Common App, I only applied to one school. If I was coming to America, it was to join the crazy smart, crazy partying Blue Devil Nation. Imagine my horror when the first party my friends went to freshman year was called White Trash. I asked the black students I knew if they were going and got a resounding hell no. Apparently we weren't wanted at those events. The girls on my floor invited me, but I just kept thinking, white trash? Surely that meant I wasn't allowed to be there. In some far-off house in some faraway land off campus. I was scared out of my mind, so instead, I sat in my single on East and Skyped my friends back home. There are fears that, as freshman girls, we all have. Insecurities that we share. Body image, perception. We're warned about drinking the punch and being careful around upperclassmen. But nothing prepared me for the anxiety that came with being black and being new to it. Black wasn't just my race. It meant something. It mattered. It began to dictate who I could hang out with. It dictated who sat beside me in Marketplace. It said what parties I was invited to and those I wasn't allowed to go to. I would hear other black freshmen joke about racism and joke about not going to white frat parties and just talk about it so casually. And I would be confused. But now I understand that a lot of them had had 18 years of practice, 18 years of frustration, and 18 years more to understand. I adapted, quickly but bitterly. I learned about black culture and that my skin color said what music I liked. I learned that I couldn't be too assertive because no one wants to be friends with the angry black woman. I learned only to talk to black people about the crazy thing my white friend said to me or the crazy thing that happened in class. And I learned to tuck these microaggressions away, to treat them as things I had to deal with for the next 4 years. And so I learned that in order to survive, I had to accept the nightmare that was my Duke experience. My British accent faded away as black did not permit me to be proper. My happy-go-lucky self faded into depression and paranoia as I began to distrust all of the people around me, friends, classmates, as I wondered if they liked me or did not like me because I was black. All of a sudden, I missed the days when I thought people were judging me because I was loud, because they felt I was fat, because I partied too much. I missed when people did not like me because of who I was, rather than because of the constraints my race placed on me. As if society did not place enough burdens on me as a woman, I had to deal with being black, where everything I did was either a confirmation of my blackness or a rejection of it. Do I act black, whatever that means, or do I act myself and allow people to proclaim, oh, but you're not really black? Everyone back home expected me to be going batshit wild at college raves and frat parties. But that was why I chose Duke over its peer institutions. But when Facebook photos showed me only in groups of black girls, confusion set in. My friends back home could not understand the context I was coming from. spoken to other internationals, naively not realizing how different my experience would be. It took 2 years, but now I can go out and have a good time as well as experience these microaggressions without getting upset. I realized that speaking up is better than keeping it in, but not just speaking to my black friends who endure the same struggles I did, but also to my non-black friends who sometimes did not realize these struggles existed. I have had experiences of being fetishized because of my blackness, as well as being rejected because of it. And I'm still learning about how to deal with these ranging experiences. At Duke, racism is encouraged. Not overtly, but subtly. No one wants to be the party pooper. No one wants to be the kid who is oversensitive to these issues, or tell their friend or bro off. But my tongue is tired of dancing, even though I know it will never stop dancing. It is tired. I need for Duke kids to do better, so that black girls who come after me would have better experiences than I have. You all need to start checking yourselves. You need to stop being so passive. You need to speak up. It is not just my duty to make sure that a racist does not feel confident and comfortable enough to make me feel uncomfortable in my own space.